You know what we could do is when I get knighted eventually by Sir
Mm.
Elton John, is we can have you play my knighting ceremony,
Oh
and
my
you and Elton
god.
John can do a duet of like I don't know, Goodbye
Sweet.
Yellow Brick Road,
Fabulous.
maybe. And it's all about how I'm growing up and leaving the farm to be a knight now with like
Mm.
perfect constitution and the perfect dick game. So
It'll
I like
literally
this.
be like the best soundtrack.
Well, coworker. I do the same thing with coworkers. Well,
Just lie to him mercilessly.
yeah, because I can't really dive into people's lives. I'm not that type of person.
Yeah, you don't even want them to know you.
I like those like random people you like somehow get to know. You know how you just like that one person from your job, like, oh, we just somehow became cool. Like
Connect.
that always happens with my
Yeah.
job. But the rest of people
Yeah.
be like, I've never heard that man talk. Like, oh, Jesus, I've never.
It's like our podcast job. Like, we've done a lot of crossovers with a lot of different podcasters over the years, the last couple of
Mhm.
years, and whatever reason, me and Raysean just fucking hit it off.
Sometimes the
I'm
chemistry's
you
there.
I'm your cool work friend.
True. You there's a few other people I can't think of
You
by
shut the
name.
fuck up. I'm your cool work friend.
It's just Kyle.
Yes, it's only me. Please give me some type of validation. I've never had a best friend once in my life. All right, let me rephrase. I've
Kyle.
had a best friend. I've never been anyone's best friend in my life. There we go.
I
Raysean,
feel like that too
I
sometimes.
feel you.
you
I
got
feel you
first.
on that one.
Do you? Do you understand the words that are
I
coming out of
mean,
my mouth?
I feel you on that.
I feel
I've
like
always had problems with kind of relating friendships to like TV shows.
what do you mean? You think everything should be a TV show?
Not like that, but you know how to friendships and be like in TV
This
shows,
isn't
and
how
you be
they
like,
are in Friends.
like
Obviously, you would like
like
me the
and
way
that for a while,
Phoebe does.
I've always tried to be like, try
This
to
is
gear
this is
more towards
actually
that.
this is actually kind of
But
a perfect
I feel like this is
conversation.
a therapy thing I'm
No, no,
talking
no.
about.
This is a perfect conversation for what we're about to talk about. Raysean, you have the first one, my friend.
Ooh.
What's it say?
If you could apologize to all your friends at once for one thing, what would it be? Oh, okay. I got one.
What would it be? What's great about this is Raysean doesn't read the outlines. He had no idea this question was about to come.
All right.
Conversation was completely organic. Welcome to the Advice Pod. Raysean, what are you apologizing to me, your friend, for all at once?
I'm actually gonna say his name because this is some asshole shit.
But
It's not even asshole.
it's for all your friends though. I mean, unless it's
Well,
so
it's
bad.
He
to
only
all of them
has
because I
one.
lied to all of them because they all knew what happened. But
All right, what are you apologizing about?
I had got like super high one time with my friends just chilling, right?
I already know this
And
story.
I
You've told us
had
before.
this. Oh, maybe I don't know.
No, I want to hear it.
I had decided to drive my car, and I just, for some reason, I don't know what happened. I swear I put this bitch in drive and put this bitch in reverse and crashed into my friend's car
Oh yeah, you've totally
and
told us
drove
this
Mhm.
before.
off.
So you're going to
Hit and
apologize to
run.
all your friends in the world for that one
For that
time you
one
accidentally
incident?
reversed into
No,
your
I'm
boyfriend.
apologizing because all my friends seen me do this.
I didn't see you
And
do
I
shit.
still said I didn't.
You still deny it.
I denied it.
That wasn't
Even
me.
when my friend sent me no, because we were in a group message, but he sent me
I
a
wasn't
private
even there.
message, and he was like, "Hey man, you know what happened?" Like, and he said it in a way like he knew I did it. Just admit it. It's me. Come on, man. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I think the crazy thing was it did no damage to my car. So I was like, because I had a Jeep
Sweet.
back then. So it was like, but his car,
Was his
damn,
car crunched?
his
Yeah.
car was fucked. The whole,
You're like, I didn't do
bump
that. I didn't
top,
even know you had a car. Crazy. That's so weird.
I didn't hear it. But
Yeah.
this, some skeet
I
marks,
mean,
they
you must
heard that.
feel real bad about it to have this be your answer, right? But Kelly, what are
Mm.
you apologizing to all your friends in the entire world for?
So I battle with this, and I know it's a problem, and I'm working on it. But at the same time, I'm an individual, and I deserve to be liked even for my flaws. Okay.
Oh, that means you're about to
Um,
apologize for being such a direct bitch to everybody. A
I'm gonna
BITCH.
apologize for being so self-centered because I genuinely only think about myself. Really
Oh,
and truly. And I know that
I've
that's
been waiting
such a
for this.
problem.
I've
Like,
been
I
waiting for this.
really do. And I want to be better about it, but I actually honestly think that I'm the best person to be around. I have the best taste in books. I've got the best taste in music. I just want to do what I want to do when I want to do it. I hate when other people want to change the music because it's not the right vibe. Like, that's not the song that should be playing. I just feel like when I'm home by myself all alone, it is top tier because I'm so great. And so then when I'm out with other people, I just feel like I'm so awesome. And other people should just recognize that. But I do know that that's an issue. So I'm working on it. And I'm sorry. And to the few who have stuck with me, thank you for being so understanding and for recognizing how awesome I am because it's true.
I mean, I do think you're pretty awesome, but
Thank you.
I mean, I think it's pretty
Very self.
awesome as well that you are self-aware about how you are as you are. So
Mm,
I guess that's also good. But again, I say it all the time. Self-awareness does not absolve
negate
you of
the
your
problem.
shitty. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
negate your shitty
No, I know.
behavior. So
I've been working on
now
it.
now that I know that you're mindful of it, you have pretty much no excuse to not try to work on it, right?
I have been working on it. Like, I literally thought to myself, like, I don't know. My best friend has been my best friend for so long, right? But I was like thinking about like kind of stereotypical things that people know about their best friends. I was like, fuck, I don't even know if this girl likes spaghetti. Like, I don't know, Jack, what's her favorite meal? I don't know. Does she have any allergies? I don't know. Like, what's your favorite color? I don't know. If we were gonna go out and
Hmm.
do something together, what would be like the best thing to go do? I mean, I don't know, thrifting maybe? Like, I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't really know anything about her. So I was like,
Knowing
fuck.
knowing everything about somebody doesn't necessarily equate to a quality of friendship. So
Yeah, no, or
don't
No,
beat
that,
yourself
I
up
don't
but
over
know
I
that.
just because
that
I
much
don't
about
think
my
of like
friend.
those things, you know?
I don't know
It's
jack
not that
shit
I
about
don't
some of
think
my
they've
best
ever come
friends.
up. Yeah, like I don't even know how she drinks her coffee, and we go out and get coffee together all the time. It's just that I don't like doesn't
That
register. I
shouldn't
don't
see
care.
you not realize if you guys go out for coffee all the time and you don't understand how she takes her coffee, that means you're
I
truly
don't
the
pay any
self-absorbed
attention at all. I'm just
asshole.
thinking about myself. I'm like, what am I gonna order? What should I drink? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I guess becoming aware of the
I
problem is like the
recognize.
first step to
Yeah.
actively working on it.
Very
So,
sorry.
What about you, Kyle?
Yeah, what
uh,
about you, Kyle?
all right.
Oh,
So I
cool.
guess it's kind of two things. One, I realize, and I do not intend to be genuinely, I realize I'm like the loudest fucking person in the world sometimes, and that my voice is I could yell very easily. And I think a big part of it is just because like I grew up singing real loud and shitty little bars with shitty little microphones. And I learned how to project my voice with my diaphragm at a very early age,
Mm,
all choral training, whatever. But also like I just don't realize how loud I am being sometimes. So I think that's the first one that immediately jumped to mind is like I apologize for my volume. I do not mean to be yelling at you. It's just whatever I'm saying. I feel passionately about probably, and that's why it's this loud. The
okay.
other thing is, I know that I get, and you guys can attest to this, and I'm sure you have, and I know you have. I'm sure you will again. Um, there are certain things that I just know that I'm right about, and in this instance, it's podcast related stuff. Like when you guys are doing or not doing certain stuff, you
Hmm.
guys know I've got really no issue letting you know about it because at the end of the day, it's really two it's two reasons, right?
Hmm.
One, I know that I'm gonna have to deal with it, and that's
Right.
fucking annoying. And there's only so many things that I'm able to do with bad podcast audio. But two, all right, and this is where I need you guys and even the listeners. I guess you guys are along for this fucking explanation now, but this is really just for Kelly and Raysean. Understand that there are over 250,000 active podcasts that put out episodes every single week, and that we are competing for audiences' ears every single week. Every time we put out an episode, we are asking somebody to do us a favor by spending an hour with us, right? So the
Mm,
least we could fucking do is make sure that it sounds as best as we possibly can, even if it means shutting off your air conditioner for an hour, not slamming your fucking fists against the goddamn desk as you talk, talking directly into your microphone. Things like not going or like every other goddamn sentence.
I
Not that
can't
you
help
guys
it.
do that.
That's just how
No,
I talk.
Kelly, you're mostly fine. I've gotten really good at editing you guys, or not talking over each other in the settings that we have here. That's one of the biggest things I struggle with editing is when we talk over each other. So I apologize for those two things, being loud and being anal retentive about podcast sound, but also, I don't know, man. I've edited over 1,000 podcasts now in the last 5 years.
Mhm.
I've only gotten better and better. You know what I mean? And like I intend to continue to keep getting better and better because that's what I do and I care about being better at it. So I guess I apologize for caring too much is essentially what this boils down to.
I accept
You're
your
welcome.
apology, Kyle. Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like your answer changed. I feel like it was going a different route, then it changed to like podcast. I thought you were gonna say like, yeah, I'm very opinionated, and when I feel like I'm right, I'm right. Then you went to like
Have you ever listened
audio,
to any of his
and I was
podcasts?
like, no, this.
You can totally tell when he's talking about, like, Dragon Ball. When he thinks when you know you're right, Kyle, you definitely have this air about you where you're like, "Well,
That's
I'm
that's
right."
the right I
It's
thought he
true, it's
was
funny.
going towards, and then
Yeah.
he was like podcast audio. Then I'm like, when you
He's
edit this,
tailoring it
you're
to us.
literally what you said is what we. I can't wait till you edit this. I really can't wait.
See, what Raysean's referring to is a segment that you probably didn't hear because it was cut out in between episodes, presumably about how Kelly and Raysean talk shit about how anal retentive I am,
Talking
which
trash.
I know it's because they say it like literally every other week. So honestly, me saying this stuff about being anal retentive about podcast sound was mostly an apology to you two of my best friends in the world who I love and respect very
It was
dearly.
very
But at the same
pointed.
time, yeah, bitch, when I say some shit that I know is right, you know that I know that it's right, especially about Dragon Ball. Get the fuck out of here. I
Mm.
temper my takes so frequently with being like, it could go this, it could go that. But when I know that it's right, I will let you know it's right. You know why I know it's right? Because it's right. And now you know it's right too. You're fucking welcome.
Do you have good pattern
That's why I
recognition,
do the
Kyle?
Dragon Ball Z. He's more
Do
informed.
I have good pattern recognition? Bitch, I've been playing fucking six chord acoustic songs in bar rooms since I was 12. Obviously, that's the only thing I got going in my life is pattern recognition. Do you need me to do the science out for you more?
No.
Jesus. All
That's
right.
nice.
Good
I feel
first
like
quick one. Good first quick one. That was
we
very
all got
quick
some
and
stuff off our chest there.
no, I got shit off my chest. And by my shit, I meant apologizing to you guys. But in reality, you guys are like, yeah, Kyle, you're a real prick. So thanks.
No worries. Thanks
Yeah.
for saying sorry. Well, anyway, would you rather?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'd rather fucking not.
I
Oh
wonder what
gosh,
this
this
is.
one's fun actually.
Ooh. Mystery.
All right, it's a little lengthy, so ready?
I was like, this.
It's mostly for Raysean, who's never played Dungeons and Dragons in his life. Have you, Kelly?
No, but I feel like I would love it, but I've never played because I
You
don't have
would.
any friends.
That's true. All
It's
right, go
like too
ahead.
much of a commitment. I would flake out. You know what I mean?
Chaotic neutral Raysean incoming.
Yes. Okay. So, would you rather? What RPG class and abilities would you select for real life? You could either be a bard, you can sing or play any instrument perfectly. You can hit notes that Mariah Carey wished she could. You can bring an entire crowd to tears or send someone into a wave of bliss. Music is a gift and it takes seconds for you to conceptualize an entire song or composition. Or you could be a rogue. You are a master thief, able to swipe a wallet or purse or anything in between without someone noticing. You are able to figure out the perfect way to steal anything as if you have the blueprint. You are a master marksman, able to keep 100% accuracy using anything from a throwing dart to a rifle. You move without making noise and have the flexibility and acrobatic skill of an Olympic gymnast. Or you could be a sorcerer. No, you do not have actual magic. You have a photographic memory, able to recall word for word a book you read years ago. You're also a prodigy in the fields of science, astronomy, medicine, and mathematics. You grasp all of them as easily as you would simple addition. You're also a master mixologist.
I'm just
Or
gonna say,
lastly,
Kel, not to like cut you off, but on behalf of all the D&D players who just heard their interpretation of a sorcerer, it's fucking bullshit. I want to be able to launch a magic missile and/or a fireball, and the fact that I'm apparently a
fireball.
bartender can memorize books like I'm fucking Rain Man equates to being a sorcerer. Horseshit. Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay. Lastly is a knight. You are one tough cookie. You're a master of every fighting style on Earth and at peak human condition. You never gain weight and will always be in shape. You find yourself never being tempted to do bad things, and you never feel sad or afraid. Which one you picking, bitches?
Bro, sad or afraid? That's
Yeah, so
kind of
that's,
big, man.
and I'm really vain, so being in perfect shape, never gaining weight, I'm like, hello.
Yeah, I hate feeling sad and afraid.
Me too. It's like
Like my
They're
nickname
favorite,
for
actually
me.
all
my
good
two least
abilities.
favorite things.
Like if I woke up and had any of these abilities, I would be happy.
Yeah, but you can only pick one, Raysean. That's the point.
I'm tempted to pick Bard, but like honestly, I'm kind of already there. I basically sing Mariah Carey. So no, but like in all reality, it's like I kind of already experienced pieces of what a Bard would be. So I don't want to pick
Mm,
Bard because if that's like the closest thing that I would experience in my own reality. A rogue, actually, which is basically a halfling. It's a hobbit bitch. All right, not necessarily a rogue is a rogue is typically played as like a thief type that they describe here, but if you choose the halfling race or a hobbit or whatever you want to call it, uh,
mm.
that's a good natural pairing of class and race. I used to play as a rogue in D&D third edition a lot when I was a kid. Master thief, and also I would just be able to like hide and like do some Legolas shit from the background, but like with a crossbow, a tiny crossbow, because I was a tiny person. So, but the knight thing, I mean, I feel like of all the descriptions that we got amongst these four, the knight does seem like the most advantageous all around. Because that sorcerer shit, what the fuck's that even do? You don't know no actual magic. You know some books. You can make some potions. You're really smart. Like, I already know some fucking kids that I went to high school with who were like that. All right.
Yeah.
They were in the gifted classes. They were in AP bio and etc. Like, I don't need to know no fucking real world sorcerers. I want to know Dungeons and Dragons world sorcerers. This is stupid as fuck. I guess I'm
But
going
I'm
with
thinking
Knight.
like Albert Einstein smart when they say that. I'm thinking
Was
like
Prodigy.
top tier, like you're on the next level. Sheldon Cooper smart.
Too many Big Bang references lately, Ray. You're gonna have to go on timeout.
Too.
You know, that one's a
Not a
good
good
one. I slid
show.
that one there. I'm tempted between picking Rogue and Knight because I feel like those are the two that are interesting. I do kind of like Sorcerer because I mean, if
Mm,
you're a prodigy in like any of those fields, I mean, you're
big
pretty
brain.
much I mean, it really depends on like how much are you advancing this field? Are you coming up with the next top tier medicine? Are you curing these things? Like
I
it's to the
mean,
that's like that's where I'm like that's crazy. But I mean, I'll probably be more. I would like to be rogue because that one's to me the only one that seems like that really gives you actual abilities. Because all of the other ones don't really say. I guess the
Knight
knight
does a little bit.
kind of gives you like some abilities, but
You are
yeah, I'll
one
probably
tough
go
cookie.
rogue.
You are a master of fighting style on Earth and at peak human condition, dog. That's like Olympian level fucking
Mm.
strength and fitness. Like, imagine the fucking you can do if you're an Olympian peak level human.
Think about
The
like,
They probably couldn't stand it. The receiving end probably couldn't understand or process the kind of fucking you would give them. They probably explode. They probably spontaneously combust. That's how good your dick game is if you choose to be a knight. Think about it.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
hmm.
I could,
Interesting.
I,
I'm going knight
That's a good choice.
mainly because
I'm going.
it's the furthest away from reality for me. I don't mean in terms of dick game either. I mean in terms of being fit or whatever. I could never. I'm one tough cookie, sure, but I'm like peak human physical condition. No, no, I'm not.
Say I'm one tough cookie. It's all the trauma. Like I'm just like
I'm one tough
mentally
cookie
unstable.
on the inside because
Yeah.
my brain has been broken 15 times over throughout the course of
Yeah.
my life.
But
Yeah.
you won't feel sadness or fear. That's a good one.
Thank
So I
God,
mean,
because y'all know I'm dealing with that shit on the fucking regular, on an hourly basis. So if I could just like get rid of that for a knighthood or whatever,
That'd be
yo,
great.
who the fuck knights me?
you might
I
just
want
put a gun in
It's
your
probably
face
be
and you're like
Prince Charles.
nothing.
Ugh.
I don't want Prince Charles to knight me. I
Ugh.
want
I don't
Sir
want to
John to
be.
knight me in his place. Fuck Prince Charles with that Habsburg job, bitch ass, ugly.
Ugh.
Inbred piece of garbage.
Nice. I
Elton
love a
John or
little
bust.
like royal family disson's nice. Did you pick
They all
Raysean?
look kind of
Still
weird.
deciding?
I said Rogue.
You picked Rogue for sure? Yeah?
I'm going
I feel
Rogue.
like for me, it depends on if it's like I have this ability suddenly in my current life, or if it's like D&D type atmosphere. Because if it was like suddenly D&D type life, I would also pick Rogue. But if it was like my current life, like right now, I think I'd pick Bard.
Really? You just want to sing to
Yeah.
bitches all day, make them drop
I
their
love
panties
to
and have a good
sing.
time?
Yeah, I do.
I
I
mean,
want to know
yeah.
all the instruments. Yep. I want to
You be the
serenade
height of fame.
bitches. Yep. I want to make rich people cry. You know, I want to be like selling out the
Stop
opera
wars
house.
with a
I
voice.
love singing. I love music.
You know what we could do is when I get knighted eventually by Sir
Mm.
Elton John, is we can have you play my knighting ceremony,
Oh
and
my
you and Elton
God.
John can do a duet of like, I don't know, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road,
Fabulous.
maybe. And it's all about how I'm growing up and leaving the farm to be a knight now with like perfect constitution and the perfect dick game. So
It'll
I like
literally
this.
be like the best soundtrack. Especially because you know when like you're watching a movie and like the soundtrack is like so great and you're just like, I wish like my life had a soundtrack at all times. I wish that this song could be playing while 20 years of my life passed. But I could just like really do that for other people, you know?
You could. You know what though? If you just live your life with headphones in like me, you could live your life with the soundtrack, but
It's kind of
you
true,
choose
yeah.
not to because it's not neurotypical or whatever. Anyway,
Oh.
I'm a knight. Raysean's a rogue. Kelly's a bard. Let's roll up some D&D characters and do a campaign. Maybe we can get tons of fun. I mean, Carlton to be the DM, although probably not because I hate him. So,
Okay.
all
Yeah, we'll
right,
do something else. It'd be fun.
perfect. Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Just no Carlton.
No downside.
No Carlton. All right, good.
Just
Moving on.
like last time. Yeah, we are moving on. Just like last time, we're like a little trio, you know? We all picked our own little things. We could be a little group together, fighting crime, battling bad guys.
You better
I
sing
feel like
some
this
good
is a
fucking songs,
sign.
Kelly, or else I'm gonna kick your ass out the goddamn car on the way
Cops,
to the
beauties,
to the next fight.
cute and on duty.
Move the criminals to sadness. You'd be like, I
Yeah,
don't have to
imagine
fight.
I never.
Move the criminals to sadness.
You're like, Kelly, you're so fucking depressing. Play something upbeat.
Damn, Kelly, you
Well,
made them
it
cry.
won't
Slit
affect.
their wrists vertically.
It won't affect Kyle. Kyle just sitting there jamming like, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Kyle doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I'll be jamming. I'll be like, yo, this song's cool as hell, Cal. What's it about? Wow, that sounds sad. I didn't get any of that from this
That
song. I don't understand
violin
why.
is really eerie and haunting. Good
Yeah.
job.
Perfect.
I know this is stupid, but I just want to say it.
Say it anyway.
It's going off the last one. And it's like, what if the no fear could go in a way like you were at the doctor's office, right? And the doctor was like, you got cancer. And you're like, fuck cancer.
Oh, you recommending chemotherapy, doc? I'm all set with that shit. I have literally zero fear.
I just think that would be
Well,
But
Takes the
honestly,
shit
you're in
holistically.
peak condition, so I don't even think you could get
You
cancer.
probably wouldn't. You probably
That's
could.
true.
Condition.
But just to be safe, I'll go out in the sun and tan my asshole so that way I absorb the sun's solar rays into my anus and let that help me fight cancer. That's all. That's the only thing that makes sense. All right. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole because I told my stepchildren's dad his opinion doesn't matter? So I live with my wife and we have a blended family. My stepkids are usually with us, although right now they are with their dad for Father's Day weekend. He called me yesterday and said he wanted to talk about something the kids told him. He said they told him that my son, from my prior relationship, has his boyfriend over all the time. He said it makes him uncomfortable that his kids are spending so much time around this older boy he doesn't know. To make a long story short, our disagreement ended with me telling him that he's not a member of my household and his opinion doesn't matter. When his kids are with him, he makes the decisions. When they're with my wife, she does. He said he always gets a say over what happens with his kids. I said, "Nuts in my house." He said I was an asshole and he was going to take my wife back to court. I asked him if he was going to start using all the custody days he already has before asking for more. because that might give him better odds. He told me to go fuck myself. My wife is upset with me because antagonizing her ex makes her life more difficult. I do feel bad for making things more difficult for my wife, but I also feel like this guy needed a reality check. Am I the asshole for how I spoke to him? Hmm.
Mm.
That's
Um.
that's
Yeah.
an interesting way about. I think it depends on how involved the father is. Because if the father is involved, I feel like that's not really yours say. You shouldn't really have any opinion. But if I feel like if you are a stepfather who is actually being the father, like the father is not around, you are financially supporting them, you are doing what they should be doing, I feel like you should be able to say how you feel. This is your house, they live with you. I mean, you might as well say how you feel because I mean, this person is just here for the moment. Once they gone, you still gonna have to be making these decisions.
I mean, I side more with your second side there. Like, if he's staying with the stepfather, yeah, the stepfather should have. I'm not even gonna say, but like it's not like the stepfather is just some fucking dude who's
Mm.
like around when the dad's not around. Like they have some kind of split custody deal or whatever, but it's like they live together. Like they spend significant amounts of time together. We all know the only reason that this fucking dad said that shit in the first place is because he's creeped out by his son from a former relationship being gay and having a boyfriend. That was the only. Oh my god, you have gay people live in your house? I have a problem. Because I'm sure that if it was a girl that he didn't know anything about, it was a strange older woman that his children were spending time around, the dude wouldn't say fucking dick, dude. It's because the kid's gay, straight up. That's the only reason. That's this guy's not an asshole because I'm sure that he realizes that. Where this guy crosses towards asshole territory is when he says, "Oh yeah, you're gonna take us back to court. Why don't you use all your custody days first, asshole? That'll help you out." That's where it's like, dude, you really should have just bit your tongue, held your ground, sure, but bit your tongue on the insults. Because now this dude, now that you've insulted him, he's going to try to go even further at you and try to make it a bigger deal. That's where you cross the line toward being an asshole, but I don't think this guy is the asshole by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm. So I'm gonna take the other side, and I almost want to say no one's the asshole here, but I actually kind of do think that the poster is the asshole personally. Because I think that in a blended family, the other guy is their dad, and he does have the right to bring up something that potentially concerns him. I think that there's nothing wrong with bringing up a concern. If it was from like a homophobic standpoint, that's super unfortunate, but it doesn't really say that, so I don't want to make assumptions about it. I think that, if the kids are mentioning this guy always being around and he doesn't know anything about this guy and he's concerned, I think he should be able to say something. The other part that makes me feel like the poster's the asshole is the fact that this guy is not his ex. This guy is his wife's ex. And she explicitly stated that when he stirs up shit, it makes her life harder. It makes everything for her harder, for her and the
But
kids harder.
in the post, though, it does say that the OG dad called the stepdad. The OG, which I
Yeah.
think is a very interesting line of communication to have the dads
No,
talk
I
versus the two
agree.
biological parents. But it does say
Hmm.
he received the phone call about, hey, you have a gay son? I don't like that. I don't like gay people being around my kids, which I know is
Technically
not
just
what he
said I don't
said.
like a strange man being
I
around my
know it's
kids.
not what he said, but you know
Right.
that's what he meant.
But
I don't know.
it
I think
doesn't say
it's
that.
interesting that
So,
he went straight to the dad though. He didn't go to his wife. He
right.
said, "Let me go talk to." Yeah, let me talk
Well,
to the dad.
probably
So I give
because
him
the
credit
wife
that.
knows how to like handle him better. I don't know. Maybe they've always had problems and she handles it better. I feel like the easier thing to do would have been like, I don't want to talk about this right now. My son's allowed to have his boyfriend over. If you're super concerned about it, we can have a family meeting. I don't think you needed to like really make jabs that are going to make the wife's life a little bit more difficult. And again, I'm sort of leaning a little bit towards like no one's the asshole because I think that the biological father has a right to voice concerns if he has concerns. And I think that the stepdad could maybe have a little bit of tact when dealing with them if the fallout is gonna be on the kids and the wife, personally.
And you gotta figure out what the kids are saying.
Yeah,
Maybe they.
maybe
What if
the
the
kids
kids
are
are
saying,
on
like,
top?
"I don't like it when he's around all the time. He gives me the creeps, dad. I don't know what to do." That's
Good point.
100% a possibility. And
That's
so
a
I
great point.
do think he has the right to say, I don't know this guy. Who's this guy coming around all the time? That makes me feel uncomfortable. And I think the stepdad, could have said, like, let's have a family meeting about it. Or, I mean, he can say it's my house and it's my rules, but I feel like there could have been a little bit more tact there. Maybe on both sides. Maybe the biological dad was really rude and horrendous about it when he called, but I just feel like, I don't know, doing something that is going to cause drama and make it harder for your wife and potentially harder for your stepchildren. When you're in a blended family, you kind of have to roll with the punches a little bit.
I say he's not the asshole, but also like he's really he aligns like this dude. I don't know. Obviously, we have no previous context for any further like run-ins these guys have had together, but like this dude strikes me as the type of guy to kind of hold his tongue most of the time. And for whatever reason, now that this guy comes attacking his son and his boyfriend,
It probably felt
he let
really
he let one
personally
go. He
lashed
let
out.
one go after this dude threatened to take them back to court. This guy is not an asshole by any stretch of the imagination to me. Sure, you probably could have chose your words a little bit better as a retaliation, but he's like, oh, okay, you're not going to tell your boyfriend or your son's boyfriend to stop coming over and screaming on my kids. Obviously, you guys are right. That's a really great point. Talk to the kids and see what they have to say about it. Because if they're uncomfortable, that's a different conversation. But assuming they're fine with it and they just mentioned it to their dad and he's being a homophobic piece of shit, like I suspect, at that point, it's like, try to hold your tongue, but like also, he's attacking your kid and his boyfriend like that.
During Pride Month?
That's like on this month of Pride. I can't imagine like not wanting to get a shot back in for your fucking kid and being like, yeah, okay, you piece of shit, you're gonna take us back to court. Why don't you do the shit that you said that you were gonna do to the court in the first place? And then, that'd make yourself look better in court if you're gonna take us back there. Just like a from me to you tip. And that's not even that very offensive, in my opinion. I've had my parents say millions of times worse shit than that. like this is why I can kind of very easily drop myself into the situation because this, not necessarily my stepdad and my dad, but like my mom and my dad, separate sides of they like vehemently hate each other. I can very easily see like how this dude could have fallen into it because that person said the wrong thing to him and he's like, dude, you're not going to attack my son when he's like an innocent kind of bystander in this whole weird blended family dynamic that we have. I don't know, this guy's not the asshole. Ray, did you say asshole, no asshole? We all have assholes, but
I'm gonna go with on the fence.
There's one that says no assholes here.
Who's that?
Oh, so nobody's an asshole? That is I forgot
that's an option in the post.
No assholes here.
NAH, no assholes here.
I'm gonna go with no assholes here because I'm just gonna go with. I feel like everybody has a part that they can explore if you actually go down that path. So I'm gonna say that.
And I'm going lightly.
Like their own perspective and thing to look out for.
Yeah. I'm going lightly that he is the asshole, but lightly, like a bleached, waxed asshole. A pretty one.
One with no hair.
Yeah, wax.
Who? The poster?
The poster. A light, you are the asshole. Not like a horrendous one. I don't think you're terrible, but I do think that was kind of a dick move towards your wife and potentially.
But he's not a furry asshole, so that's important distinction to make. That makes sense. All right. So I like that, again, the recurring theme of we're all taking different routes on how to answer this question.
Fun.
This is not even on purpose. If people think we're doing this on purpose, no. We usually agree with each other on everything because we're the three best friends that anyone ever had. But today, I hate these fucking two and they suck ass. So
power of friendship.
Yeah. No. Not today.
Well, we've been interpreting things differently today, too.
Yeah. I've been interpreting things real well, actually. I think you guys have been interpreting things very poorly.
Well,
so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone has opinions.
Next. I'm not talking to you guys about how terrible you are anymore. Next. Raysean, you got this. Next one is an Axe Reddit. What you got?
What's the worst possible reply to "I'm losing weight"? Oh, I thought you were smoking crack.
I feel like the worst response would be like, "Oh, I thought you'd gained some weight," or like,
Mm.
"Oh, maybe the clothes you're wearing just don't reflect that." Like, you know what I mean? I feel like kind of being like really surprised when they say that. Like, you are?
No, again, Kelly, you just said it. You are?
Mm.
Oh, can't tell. Oh, I couldn't
Oh.
tell. Just like, again, it's just like the pregnant one we did last time. Like not open ended, but like sort of vague
Mm.
responses that let
Thought
the other
provoking.
person propel themselves into a downward spiral of shit. Like that's the
Insecurities.
yes. Like
Yeah.
just go deep diving through your brain on all the things that you think is wrong with you. Oh, you're losing weight. Oh, you'll get there.
Mm.
You'll
You
get
could
there.
also be like, "Oh, I guess I never really looked at you before. I didn't notice." You know, like, "Oh, I don't really remember what you
Oh
looked like
no,
before."
you no. I feel like you firmly want to acknowledge that they're fat and that you can't tell that they're trying to lose weight.
Or you
Like it
can be
has to
like,
be those two things.
no one brags about losing a little bit of weight.
That's true. You'd be like, "What, like a pound?"
Oh, you lost some weight, huh? Can't tell yet. Oh, you
Wait
lost
till
some
you
weight.
get
Who
one of
gives
them
a shit? You're
chins
still gonna
off.
die of a heart attack.
You just
Oh, you
gain it
lost some.
back when you have lunch.
Oh, you lost some weight. Yo, I'm sure you're gonna be able to say that confidently to the dude who serves
Or
you a Kentucky Fried Chicken through the drive-thru.
you're
You
like, I
fat piece of
lost
shit.
some weight. I found it on the other side of your ass.
No, you didn't.
Oh, you lost some
Your
weight? Well, how was that
salesperson.
spicy fucking chicken sandwich from Wendy's the last 3 days? I've been eating a lot of fast food the last couple weeks, so like
Oh
this is
no,
mainly
it's
just
not
me
good for you.
taking it out on myself. Yeah, praying for a heart attack via fucking quarter pounder with cheese, but it ain't working out
Hmm.
yet. My point is, I'm thinking a lot about ways to insult fat people just because it's projection, just beating myself up. So it's like, yo, really, another drive-through? You can't even go in this time, fatty? Wait, what are we saying again? Oh, it's oh, you're losing
Losing
weight,
weight.
huh? Keep trying. Like,
What's the worst reply? Hmm.
You
I
can
think,
do what
yeah.
people did to that actor, Chad something, where he lost all the weight because he had cancer, and people were so horrible to him. They were
His
like,
name is Chadwick Boseman, and everybody
Chadwick
accused him of
Boseman.
having a drug problem
Drug
when in reality he
problem.
had fucking colon cancer, I
Oh my god, isn't
believe.
that horrible?
Yeah.
So you could do
Pancreatic
that.
cancer.
I have something in my eyeball.
Well, get it out.
And
But
he
rest in
hit
peace,
that
Chadwick
well,
Boseman.
which was
And
crazy.
still fucking put on such an amazing performance in Black Panther.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
could be
don't
like,
know.
you look sickly.
Being mean to fat people is like something I
Don't
do
do
to
it.
myself every day. So I don't know. You guys
Don't
got
do
any
it.
fucking
It's so
snappy comeback?
terrible. I'm never
Mm.
not mean to people because of their weight.
You're mean to everybody all the time, but you're
Not
just
because of
never
their
mean
weight.
specifically to fat people. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So muster up that mean machismo that you got and fucking
It's
throw it at a
people's
mean, needy
personalities.
motherfucker.
It's not their appearance. It's if their personalities
Or
are
you be like,
garbage.
So they can get on their personality about how many donuts they eat or something. What's wrong with
I'm
you?
Be like,
losing
losing
weight.
weight's
What?
not gonna get you a man. You're still a bitch, Kelly.
That's so funny. I would laugh if I heard
That would
that.
be fucking funny.
Like, you still ugly, bitch.
Your husband's still
Oh,
Losing
cheating on you
weight
with the
don't have
secretary.
oh, you
ugliness.
losing weight, huh? Is that going to make your personality any better?
Oh, you found
Probably
out your
not.
husband's been cheating on you? I was wondering when you'd find that out.
Oh, you weren't
We all
pregnant?
knew.
That's what you say. You take the one from before and make it this
Yeah.
one. Oh, you
Oh, I thought
losing
you were
weight? I just
pregnant.
thought you were pregnant. I thought you were coming down from the
Oh,
baby
you
weight.
had the baby? The fast way to lose the weight.
I'm
Yeah.
losing weight.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
okay.
Oh,
Hey man, we all got goals that we're striving towards to get down the road to eventually. Yeah, you'll be there one of these days. I get it. Kelly's got a cat. So we
sorry.
basically just the meanest fat person line in the world. Yeah, is
Mm.
that how we're okay?
Yeah,
Well,
I
maybe
mean,
you'll make it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
No,
be so, I
50.
don't know. How would you feel like, oh, good for you?
I'll be like,
Mm,
and
congratulations.
one day you'll have something
That
to show off for it.
Mm.
losing weight don't cover up
Actually,
ugliness. Funny as
yeah,
hell.
it's true.
Maybe
You're
maybe you'll lose
so
some of that ugly in
boring.
your face too. Yeah,
Mm. Maybe
probably
losing
not though.
weight will give you some, room for a personality because you're so boring. If they told me that they were
Meanwhile,
on
you're not
any kind of weight
walking
loss
baby.
supplement or like smoothies or shakes or whatever that you like buy with like powder, I would be the worst because I could not help myself. I would be like, those things will kill you. They're poison. Have you looked up the ingredients?
They were like, I'm just trying to lose a little weight to get to my surgery. He'd be like, okay.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
hopefully.
Sure.
I hope you
Yeah.
get it, man. Or woman, whatever everybody.
So, I think generally just avoid these types of scenarios. We have to tell a person who's attempting to lose weight how you really feel. That's my real advice. But if you have to let them know how you feel and cut them down back to size in a short order, it's like, oh shit, this would be a good one. This would be a good one. Ready? Oh yeah, I'm on a diet. I'm losing weight. For what?
Let's ask the floors.
Why?
Yeah, why?
What's the point?
What? Yeah, who you trying to serve? Nobody cares about you.
I thought we were
gives any shits. Nobody gives any shits about how you look.
Ooh,
just leave them. Just leave them with that. For you are so unimportant in this grand scheme of life, in the grand calculus, that nobody gives a fuck if you're fat. Who cares? Give them one of those. Next thing you know, they're dead. They'd probably jump off a bridge.
You're like, I thought we were committing suicide together. You 10 years, I was gonna shoot myself. Oh, no,
Is this
now you're trying to get
suicide
healthy.
pact that I was not?
No, we're doing no suicide pacts. You guys get your own fucking deal. My own suicide will be awesome and glamorous. However, in the meantime, I do fully expect. No, you're out, Kelly. Even if there was a pact, you wouldn't be invited. But in the meantime, I mean, when I say it, I say what I mean. All right, back up. In the meantime, make sure you guys please subscribe to the Advice Pod wherever you're listening. If you're watching on YouTube and you're watching us yell at each other and having all these good times, maybe you've seen some memes in between the segments. I don't know. I throw them in there mainly because I need some kind of visual component while the cool songs play. Go like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a comment. Let us know about some of the. What would you do to insult a fat person who's embarking on a diet? What would you say? Let us know in the comments because all that stuff's good for engagement. We've had some real encouraging engagement over the last couple of weeks versus how we started. So it seems like people realize we're doing a video thing now. That's very cool. I'm very thankful for that. I appreciate you guys checking it out. But yeah, like the video, subscribe. Apple Podcast reviews are also very helpful. And just share it with your friends. And we'll see you next time for more.
On another episode of the Advice Pod.
And Raysean, what do you always have to say at the end of one of these?
Don't be a butt cheek!
Yeah, that always makes me say, what the fuck am I doing with my life? When I wrap up an episode of 8 hours of editing and I end it with don't be a butt cheek. I'm like, that Raysean friend of mine, he's one wild motherfucker.
I wake up in the morning and I always wake up with that mantra. I will not be a butt cheek today.
You should not be a butthole. Because buttholes expel shit, and you don't want to do that. Yeah, you don't want to expel shit. I think all right, hold on. Wait, family meeting.
Yeah, family meeting.
Hold on. Are we changing the phrase to don't be a butthole? Because buttholes expel shit, gross. And that's not what we do.
It's kind of nasty.
I kind of like butt cheeks.
Butt cheeks don't expel shit. What do they do? They just sit there looking good in a pair of pants. You know what I mean?
I would put my mouth on a butt cheek. I wouldn't put my mouth on a butthole.
Says a lot about you, Raysean. There are a lot of people
it really does. Yeah, and you know what? Kink Positive Kelly is not coming out to play. Kink Positive Kelly is not coming out to play today, so we're gonna leave it at that. Please rate and subscribe to the show. Shut the fuck up, Kelly. We will see you next Friday. The Advice Pod.
I feel like a lot of people just poop in their chair.
Yeah, I'm gonna poop in my chair. Watch this.
And people are clenching their cheeks right now.
Everyone's definitely gonna watch the YouTube now. They're gonna want to know what Kelly looks like.
Don't be a butt cheek or my asshole, because my asshole just let some poop pass through into my pants. All right, goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, God.